YouTube is an extremely large platform, and with the countless number of videos there are bound to be some weird stuff. From videos like I Am Fantastic, YouTube 666, or the countless number of ARGs like Mandela Catalog, the weirder side of the platform almost has its own cult following, and even garners its own form of nostalgia, especially from Gen Z.
Is that Elon Musk is up there shooting laser beams at anything that's not a Tesla.
But today, I want to look at a few videos posted on the site that haven't been talked about as much, and explore a few of the weirder videos I've found. So, without further ado, let's dive in.
One day on a walk after school, Strawinsky and his three friends, Harold the Hedgehog, Klopstock the Tortoise, and Elbow the Blue Rabbit, discovered a small wood in the middle of the large meadow leading to the Valley of Elves.
Come on, let's go that way.
Klopstock the Tortoise shuffled his way eagerly towards the forest, and the others followed him full of curiosity.
Now, you could argue that this isn't creepy or disturbing at all, and you'd be right, but I'll tell you why I put it on the list later. Strawinsky and the Mysterious House is a cheaply made 2012 religious animated movie directed by David Hutter and produced by Hope Animations, who worked on other biblical movies like Noah's Ark. Both movies Scott Cawthon, creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, worked on prior to making the games. The film follows four anthropomorphic animals as they stumble into a mysterious mansion. As they begin to explore the mansion, they encounter its inhabitants, a troll, a depressed cello for some reason, and that one meme from 2017.
Simply delicious.
Criminal.
Afterwards, Strawinsky's friends then get trapped in the basement, now enchanted by the Rat King, who is barely in the movie and is built up to be the major antagonist, and it just goes nowhere, but I'll get to that. Strawinsky then decides to help the inhabitants of their mansion with their problems. To do this, he summons the Scarlet Queen, and without any difficulty, she releases the curse on the friends and makes them leave the mansion before the Rat King can do anything, and the movie just ends, really making the Rat King's entire presence in the movie completely useless. There isn't anything remotely scary about the plot besides how bad it is. To me, it's the whole vibe of the movie. The character models look incredibly eerie to me. The way the characters seem lifeless and stiff, and the way they move without barely any background music, which is why I put it on here in the first place. The animation style really reminds me of the late 1990 computer animations, giving the movie this dated feel. Even the website looks like it was made in the 90s as well. The movie advertises itself as being inspired by Narnia and having quote-unquote Walt Disney musicals. However, I guess they didn't meet these standards because the movie was very poorly received, and I can only imagine why.
What's that? The flooring, the beautiful floorboards, the expensive, valuable flooring.
The movie was sent straight to DVD, but you can find the whole thing on YouTube. Now let's move on to a more serious entry. One night after finishing End of Evangelion with my friend, we decided to scour the depths of the anime site that I had watched it on. And under the dementia tag, for some unknown reason, there was a short called Utsu Mutsumi Sayuri, and being curious, we clicked on it.
This girl is Sayuri. Sayuri! This man is Hiroshi. Hiroshi married into Sayuri's family. Hiroshi! This creature is Sayuri's mama. Mama! This creature is Sayuri's papa. Papa!
To say that we were creeped out would be a complete understatement.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The short Utsu Mutsumi Sayuri, which translates to Striking Daughter, is a one-episode anime directed by Takashi Kimura. The short starts off with the narrator introducing us to Sayuri and her family. Then abruptly, the father latches onto Sayuri's face and says,
Sayuri, your time has come to strike.
Shortly after, an extremely deformed character begs to be hit by her, and for 30 excruciating seconds we watch as Sayuri hits to what I assume to be her daughter. Afterwards, it shortly ends, and that's it. There's absolutely no information about this movie. Where it aired, why it aired, the meaning behind it, there's nothing. And to me, it adds a more creepy nature to it. And though you could rule it off as Japan being Japan, and you'd be right, I think it's a step further than that level of weird.
Yes, yes.
Often referred to as Go for a Punch, Saki Sanobashi is an anime rumored to be lost media, about these young girls being locked in a bathroom with no doors, eventually succumbing to suicide. Now, from what I can gather, there isn't concrete evidence that exists, but extensive investigating has been done, both sides seeming just as convincing. The search began on 4chan, like most things, when a user asked about the most disturbing thing they've seen on the deep web. A user then replied with, "Some weird anime about naked girls stuck in a large bathroom without doors, having a psychological debate about never getting out of the room. After losing hope and starving for some days, everything just goes downhill. They start screaming and yelling, then they all commit suicide, either by smashing their heads on the floor or scratching their necks to bloody pieces." And since then, it garnered some sort of fan base trying to uncover the truth. However, at least so far, they've come short. During the search, a group of animators came together to create an animation of it. With the collaboration of the few animators, they brought the anime to life. What you just watched was a video uploaded by Imaginedom, a channel on YouTube now gone that would post really weird and disturbing videos of different topics they would want to discuss, such as reproduction, religion, natural selection, and other deep subjects. The video from the beginning of the segment called Reproduction, you see a baby with its head spinning, then followed by a text that says, "Those who are violent and malicious, those who are mentally unstable, those who are poor in health or money, stop reproducing. You only cause unnecessary suffering. Don't be selfish. Consider the bleak future of your offspring. Child abuse is everywhere. The pain, the trauma it causes. Tests should determine whether a couple is fit to be a parent or not. Help reduce the suffering in this blood world. For a better society, natural selection must take place. The earth is infested with too many humans anyways." Yeah, pretty bleak. Most of these videos would follow the same trend of footage and text explaining the theme of the video. Another video called Save Them Jesus is a picture of Jesus getting more and more distorted, followed again by the text, "Do you love helping others? Do you love praying for others? Then what about helping and praying for those suffering in hell? They need it the most. Do they really deserve such unimaginable eternal pain? But if you want to end their suffering, you have to oppose God. He won't erase hell no matter how much we ask." It really shows the terrible mental state this person was in at the time, speaking on such dark topics in such a manner, saying things like, "Without talent, it's hard to find a living in this world." The channel was since deleted, but I couldn't find for what reason, whether it was the creator or YouTube. The creator now makes more lighthearted animations about mental health under the same channel name. From the span of May 12, 2021 to August 7, 2022, a series of 3 short videos were uploaded to a channel with no name. I would instinctively rule it off as an ARG, and it might be so, but something felt different, so I clicked.
The sun is no longer in the sky. No visible clouds. The rain stopped and everything crawled. You do not know. This is a beautiful new day. Walk the streets.
The video starts off abruptly introducing us to our unnamed character, as he begins to say,
The sun is no longer in the sky. No visible clouds. The rain stopped and everything crawled. You do not know. This is a beautiful new day. Walk the streets. Look how bright the sun is in the city. Too bad for the people. No sky is here today. Dazed. You live here, we were told. It takes a long time to hide. Where we are wrong. We are not wrong. Welcome to the valley. Everything wrong. It takes a long time to hide. You are wrong.
He then disappears and we're left in static again, but this time we can hear a woman inaudibly speaking in the background. He returns and says, "Are not wrong." In the comment section under the video, the channel replies to almost all of the comments saying there seems to have been a misunderstanding, which leads me to the next video called "We Seem to Have Misunderstood Each Other." It's more of the same thing. Seeing mostly static, he appears again and says,
"I cannot help you. Do you understand me?"
After another few minutes of silence, he returns looking much darker, and in a deeper, slowed down voice, he says, Now, it's pretty difficult to understand what he's saying, but to me he's saying, "Where has the time gone? What have you done?" The next video is simply titled "Help." Now, at first look, the video is purely static, but after listening closely, I could make out these low beeps. User Tadeus translated these beeps as Morse code, and it translated to "Help. I am stuck. Who am I? Make it stop." Could it be the guy from the previous videos who needs help? Well, I'm not sure. I wish I could give a more conclusive ending, but at the moment, with only 3 videos posted, there doesn't seem to be a conclusive ending to it. If you are interested in this, then please check it out for yourself and see if you find anything. But until further notice, we'll just have to wait. So yeah, those were a few of the weird and disturbing videos I could find that weren't already severely covered. I hope you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.